You're listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and to get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, are you ready? Here we go.
Yes, thank you so much, Wes. Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode number 107. And it's all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio, online at kellysobxauto.com. Any vehicle you may be in the market for, there's a good chance Kelly has it or Kelly can find it. I mean, that's just the power of Kelly. Again, Kelly's Automotive in Manio. It's right there on your left when you're coming into Manio, just past Jump Masters Trampoline Park and just before the was it Good Times Dog Retreat or something? I can't remember the name of it. It used to be Big Al's Soda Fountain and Grill. All right, if you're old school like me and remember it as Big Al's, it's right before that, okay? Again, online at kellysobxauto.com. And it's all powered by Outer Banks Pest Control. That's right there on your right when you first come into Manio. I mean, we're talking just past Murray Auto Supply. You know where Murray Auto Supply is. It's now Napa. I think it was always a Napa store, but I remember when Fred Murray had it back in the day. God bless him. It's not with us anymore, but hey, great man. And again, it's past that. I want to say it's just past. There's like an ice machine thing there. I can't remember what it's called. Southern Ice. Anyway, place where you can fill up your coolers and get ice and whatnot. It's just past that on your right coming into Manio. Again, you've got Kelly's Automotive and Outer Banks Pest Control about less than a quarter mile from each other. You could drag race to each one of those locations. And again, between Kelly and Jesse, yeah, it sounds like some Saved by the Bell type stuff going on there. They can get you in a vehicle and they can eradicate whatever pest is bothering you, unless it's your kids. And then I'm going to say that's just a personal problem. But again, outerbanks-pestcontrol.com is where you can find them online. Hey, we're in episode 107, and I'll tell you, it's March. We're well into the month of March. We're halfway through it, actually, and the weather around here has been very interesting. Again, this is that time of the year when Mother Nature's kind of trying to work out its issues, okay, with transition from winter to spring. And I will tell you that I believe that spring is very, very close to being here, not just in the actual like date, March 21st, 22nd sense. I'm talking about like weather-wise and just the pollination. I was at my parents' house the other day, just playing with my kids in the yard, and you could smell certain trees and grasses already starting to pollinate around here. And I was like, great. Oh, great. You know, and I mean, that pollen season, I know it's part of it. It's part of the transition, but like, man, come on. And then here it is. It's Monday. I'm recording this podcast, and last night and even so far this morning, I mean, it's just been torrential downpours. I think I had 2 inches of rain at my house, according to my rain gauge. It's probably more than that, but according to my rain gauge, 2 inches of rain in like 6 hours. Not a monsoon exactly, but I mean, it's been interesting weather, hit and miss. I mean, one day it's warm and beautiful. The next day it's not cold, but it's chillier, you know, upper 40s, lower 50s and blowing out of the north. Again, the wind shifting around, and it's just the weather. Again, we're in that transition stage from winter to spring. I will say my thoughts and prayers right now going to Perquimans County, which is a little bit west of us, northwest of us here in Dare County. They had some tornadoes roll through, and I saw some pictures online. So any of those that were impacted by that, our thoughts and prayers here from the Outer Banks This Week podcast go out to you. Because the devastation from those types of things is nothing, it's unfathomable to me. It's nothing I've ever dealt with. It's nothing I've ever experienced. So I can only imagine what it's like. But I just want to say thoughts and prayers go out to them. I was trying to think, I'm going to get to our topic here in just a moment, but breaking news in the fishing world, and Captain Marty covered this in his fishing report. This past weekend on Hatteras Island, there was a 12 to 14 foot, about 1,400 pound great white shark caught in the surf. Okay, I can't remember off the top of my head. I should have wrote it down, the names of the individuals that caught it, but they know who they are. I don't know where in Hatteras Island this was caught. I'm going to venture to say down maybe towards Buxton, but I don't know, so don't quote me on that. But there is photographic evidence of it on social media, and I'm willing to bet the news channels have picked it up, and Captain Marty definitely covered it. Heck, you might even hear about it on Shark Week this year, you know, coming up in July or August, whenever Shark Week is. Willing to bet Shark Week we'll cover it. Hey, great white shark, first time in history caught off the beach in Hatteras Island, okay? Off the beach is the operative term there because people say, like my dad, for example, I was talking to my dad, used to charter fish back in the 70s. He was a mate and a captain. And he told me, he said, well, I mean, they caught great whites in the ocean off the, out offshore, but not off the beach. Okay, that's where the things are a little different. But hey, breaking news in that world, what a cool catch, man. I mean, it lets you know too, like, hey, look, you're out there in the ocean. I mean, you're swimming around, but again, I mean, let me just start by saying you're more likely to get struck by lightning twice than to get bit by a shark. Okay, so don't not go in the ocean. I'm just saying they're there. They ain't gonna bother you though. There's a solid chance they're gonna not even come close to you. Okay. But just know, I mean, it's there. Anyway, don't let it scare you from going to the ocean, I promise. I mean, it's just what it is. You're in their territory, so keep that in mind. But what a cool catch. Super cool catch. Saw the pictures, and the shark was released back into the water, unharmed, still full of energy, and that's amazing. They're not trying to kill the fish. They're trying to turn it loose, and that was really cool. I'm glad that they didn't kill the fish. Anyway, that's a little bit of breaking news, but for any other news, you're going to want to go talk to the man, Grand Slam, Sam Walker at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. You have any questions about the news here on the Outer Banks, Sam Walker, he is the answer. SamWalkerOBXNews.com. He started doing this thing where he does these little 3 or 4 minute clips of the news, like he does a little read like he used to do on the radio. He started doing those here lately, and they're super cool. They're good to listen to. It gives you a rundown of what's been going on overnight, what's going on the day before, and of course, like I said, Sam Walker's the man. Woo! Sam Walker, OBXNews.com. All right, coming up in this episode of the podcast, I'm going to actually pack up my gear here in just a little bit, and I'm going to venture over to milepost 6 3/4 on the beach road in Kill Devil Hills, and you know what's there? Jolly Roger Restaurant, the Jolly Roger. I'm actually going to set up shop and talk to Andrea Sullivan over there in regards to Taste of the Beach. Taste of the Beach is coming up in April, and we were talking about it here. I was like, you know what? I think I know somebody that's directly affiliated with that. I believe Andrea is like the president of the Outer Banks Restaurant Association is tied up with all that. I can't remember right now, but I'm going to go talk to her. She's going to give us the ins and outs and how you can be a part of Taste of the Beach and enjoy all the finer things that it has to offer. So I'm going to go see her in just a little bit. I already mentioned Captain Marty, but I'm going to mention him again. The Captain Marty Fishing Reports of Stories. We've launched his Other Side of Fishing show. You can listen to that all online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. Just click on the Captain Marty banner, click on the Captain Marty tab, and you can listen to all of his past fishing reports, all of his past stories, and even the last 2 installments of The Other Side of Fishing. You can listen to it with the captain all online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. And in my world, it is Captain Marty season. What I mean by that is the Captain Marty Fishing Guide, we're starting to get all the articles written. We're starting to get all the ads and sponsors lined up. So if you want to be a sponsor of the captain, you own a business here locally on the Outer Banks, and you want to sponsor the captain, be a part of the Captain Marty Fishing Guide, get up with me, Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. It's Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. I'd love to come see you, show you all the ins and outs of the Captain Marty, and maybe even bring the captain with me if you request it. I could probably make it happen. The captain loves his constituents. He loves his first mates and his crew. All right. So Captain Marty it's Captain Marty season. Would love to make you a part of it. Email me, Justin at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. It's the time when I normally give some shout outs. I don't really have any this week. If I had to give a shout out to anyone, I would probably give it to the Manio High School baseball team. All right. And all of the athletic teams here locally, for that matter. It is spring. It's amazing to see all these teams and how they give back to our local communities. Now, my son plays baseball, so naturally, when I see something going on at Manio High School in the baseball world, because that's where I went to high school, I can get my son to participate. We're there. I know a lot of the kids on the baseball team at Manio High School, so that's why I caught a little flack on my social media post over the weekend. At least I felt like that's what it was, from an individual who was like, well, there's other teams that do stuff too. Yes, I know there are other teams that do stuff too. I'm not neglecting them. I'm not denying them any sort of extra publicity or any extra praise. It's just happened to be that my son participated in that baseball camp. But I want to shout out again to all the different camps and the different activities that our local athletes at the high school level helped to do to pour back into our community and our younger kids, okay? Great things happening at those levels. So I want to shout out to every high school athlete, every high school coach that helps with these specific camps, these different seminars, these different activities that they do to help help the kids in our community, okay? I just happened to shout out to Manteo High School baseball. The end. All right, we're going to jump into talking to Miss Andrea. I'm going to pack up my gear, and I'm going to head on over to the beach here in just a few moments so that we can pay her a visit at the Jolly Roger restaurant. Milepost 6 3/4 on the beach road in Kill Devil Hills. So we're going to pay her a visit and talk about Taste of the Beach. But before we do that, if you are looking for employment in the HVAC world, if you know heating and cooling and you know how to do all that stuff, or you're looking to be an apprentice and learn, they're hiring over at Master Heating and Cooling. Just talk to my brother-in-law, Mike. He would love to get you all hooked up with a job. And you know what? I'm not going to try to waste any more time talking in regards to it because he knows it better than I do. So Mike, take it away.
Master Heating and Cooling, your Lennox dealer of the Outer Banks, is now hiring. Qualified service technicians and experienced installers are needed. We are an OBX family-owned and operated full-service HVAC company with 35 years experience supporting our community with their heating and cooling needs. Join our team of professionals and earn competitive pay, benefits package, and performance-based bonuses. Call today 252-255-0095 or please visit us online at masterhvac.net/contact us.
All right, as I mentioned a moment ago, I was going to take the trip from Manteo across the bridge to Kill Devil Hills to the Jolly Roger restaurant right here in Milepost 6 3/4. Got it right that time. I think I messed it up, and I think I said 6.5 at one point, and I was like, Andrea corrected me very quickly, said 6 3/4 in Kill Devil Hills on the beach road. And I'm sitting here with Miss Andrea. Miss Andrea, how are you?
Hey, Justin, I'm good. I am good. I hope you are.
You know what? See, the thing is you're feeling good. You're always looking good.
Thank you.
And you're the total package. I mean, I've always said, like, if you can wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and be like, I look good today.
That's
right.
right.
Half the battle.
That's right.
You got it going on, girlfriend.
Thank you so much.
So I'm here with Miss Andrea today. She is the president of the Outer Banks Restaurant Association, and we're going to talk a little bit about Taste of the Beach. Taste of the Beach coming up. It's that first weekend in April, somewhere in there. It's coming up real soon.
Yes, the 4th, 5th, and 6th of April.
The 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. And it's like a whole weekend now. You know, people think Taste of the Beach. Well, I mean, it's not like you're going to go over to the beach access and like shovel a bunch of sand in your mouth.
I mean, you can if you want. That's up to you. But I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't either. No. It's definitely doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun. But like, this is an opportunity for different places to kind of showcase some of their different things that they have, the different menu items that are coming up, especially. And this is a great time of the year to do it. You know, we're on the verge of getting into the season. Can you believe March is almost gone?
I cannot.
We just had St. Patrick's Day. Let me ask you that. Let's start there. How was your St. Patrick's Day or the weekend?
St. Patrick's Day. The weekend was great.
Okay.
It was great. Everybody that came in was decked out in all of their green leprechaun,
right,
rainbow pot of gold kind of thing. And we had so much fun. We had the green beer going on. We had the special corned beef egg rolls that everybody loves.
Oh, Lord, that does sound good.
Yeah, they were really good. They are really good. We actually have them on our menu.
Okay.
But the atmosphere was great. The customers were great. Our people were psyched up about it. We were in the parade. That's always a good time.
Y'all have that awesome pirate ship flows.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so cool. So cool.
It was a good time.
Awesome.
It was a good time. So it's kind of like getting those vibes ready for the season. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Like, this is, we're heading in. It's coming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Well, so St. Patrick's Day was good. Now we're in Taste of the Beach season. And you said that's what, April the 4th, 5th, and 6th?
4th, 5th, and 6th. Yes.
Okay. So what are some things, Taste of the Beach, like what is kind of the objective is to kind of try to showcase some of the different places that have some different things that are affiliated with the restaurant association.
Yes.
What are some things that about Taste of the Beach that you feel like we ought to know about?
Taste of the Beach. Let me go back to when I first started here at Jolly's.
Okay.
I remember, and this was pre-COVID. Lots changed since COVID. And the restaurants and the association has gone through a lot. And we're still trying to rebuild and get more participants. But years ago, Taste of the Beach, we used to rent this big tent, almost like the seafood festival.
Okay.
Okay, but we would have chowder cook-offs, which we still have at the Outer Banks Brewing Station. But we'd have big tents. People would buy their tickets. They'd come in. We'd showcase, whatever we wanted to have. And everybody would have a good time. It was a great thing because the camaraderie between all the restaurants, as well as the friendly competition.
Yes.
Good times.
Yes.
Since COVID hit and we weren't allowed to do anything like that, and then prices of everything went up, it became a challenge for restaurants and the association financially, as well as with a lot of their staffing. I love that.
Staffing.
But anyway, yeah. So between, everything going up and the price of the renting the tents and, having the event site and everything that comes with that, from security to, just volunteers, it was kind of tough.
Right.
So a few years ago, the association got together and asked the restaurants if they would be willing to do their own individual events at their own places.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So everybody said yes. So everybody started doing different things. You have murder mysteries, you have dinner in the dark, you've got Jolly's here. We're doing a big, almost like a backyard crab boil.
Oh, okay.
With shrimp, crab legs, whole lobster, potatoes,
shoot.
all that good stuff. That's our event. But we have so many participants. You've got Barefoot Bernie's, Bass Nights, Hurricane Moe's, Dirty Dick's, Red Sky, Outer Banks Brewing Station, Shipwrecks, everybody. I mean, there's a lot of the restaurants that are in the association that are doing this. And as the restaurant association, they kind of compile all of the events in all of the venues, and they put it on obxtasteofthebeach.com.
Okay, so I'm going to go over that. I don't have it pulled up right now. Let me pull this up. OBX Taste of the Beach. Get it pulled up on my phone here.
Yeah, you can see who's participating.
Food,
you've
drinking,
got,
fun.
Yeah, you've got Shore Coffee Roasters, Simply Southern, Swelza, Salt Box Trio, Sand Trap, Sanctuary Vineyards. I mean, you've got, all of the great places. Black Pelican, I don't know if I said them or not. Shout out to them, Roadside Bar and Grill. But you can also read a little bit about it, and then you can go in there and see what each individual place is having and decide what you want to do. You can purchase your tickets there.
Okay. So you can get tickets at each one of these locations.
You have to go to obxtasteofthebeach.com.
Okay.
And that is where you would get your tickets.
Very cool.
But you'll be able to view the events by category, by day, or by venue. So you can pick your favorite restaurant and say, okay, Barefoot Bernie's is, doing, actually their Taste of the Beach is a land and sea tapas adventure.
What?
Yeah, so that's in Kitty Hawk. That seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. So go on there and check it out, guys. I mean, it's that simple. If you only have Saturday available to do something like that, then go to the events by day. It will pull it up, and you will also have an opportunity to buy your tickets. It's going to be a lot of fun. Even though we're not all together as, all the restaurants coming together, we still try to promote one another. We still stand behind one another.
Right.
And the Restaurant Association is there to help with that.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Like, I'm looking at it right now. If you go on that website, let's say you're a wine person. You like that fine Cabernet Sauvignon, Dom Perignon. Did I sound smart right then? I was trying to.
Yes, you did.
Yes, okay, all right. I was trying something because I'm not a wine person at all. But if you are, there are wine tastings. You go to click on events by category. There's wine tastings, wine dinners. If you want desserts, looking for something sweet, sweets and desserts, a lighter fare, kid-friendly events.
I was just getting ready to say the kid-friendly because that's a lot. It's a lot of people seem to think that, when it comes to restaurants, bars and such, vineyards, things like that, that it's just for people that are over 21. It's not always like that. There's a lot of things that are kid-friendly. You know what I mean? So there's things that appeal to the grown-ups, and then the littles can come with them because it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not something that, oh no, they have to stay home because this is, for parents. No, it's not. Kids are always welcome. So just take a look at what is offered and, click on that kid-friendly event. I'm going to do it right now.
You're listed. Jolly Rogers is listed under the kid-friendly events on the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Set sail for flavor at Jolly's second annual Grub Like a Pirate.
Yep.
And what I like is you can get tickets. It has the ticket prices and how many are left.
And how many are left. That's right.
So you can't, like, if you're like, man, I need 4 tickets, and I mean, it lets you know, well, all right, they've got 8. I got to get my 4 right now, or whatever the case may be. So it's very easy to navigate the website. It's very user friendly, being in the kid friendly part right here. But you can look at like Andrea was saying, you can look at the categories, you can look at the events by day, the venues, different events by the townships. I mean, I hate saying this because it just is so cliche to me, but there's something for everyone. There really is in this regard. I mean, because they've narrowed it down, they've broken it down by categories. And if you look at the categories, I mean, there's a bunch of them. There's at least 20 categories there at minimum that I'm looking at. 40 and under, at the door, breakfast, brunches, champagne events, cocktail events, dinner, educational. I mean, the list goes on and on. So Taste of the Beach coming up the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And I mean, you go to Taste of the Beach, obxtasteofthebeach.com, and you can find all of the different categories, events, any type of thing you want to participate in, and all the different restaurants that are participating, which run through that. Where is that list one more time? I want to hear that list one more time. Where is...
Which one? The OBX Taste of the Beach.
The list of the different
by
restaurants.
Category. Oh, the list. That is right in, I want to say it's right
By
on the first
venue.
page. Yeah, by venue. Yep.
Yeah, so like Andrea was saying, Barefoot Bernie's, Bass Nights, Black Pelican, Dirty Dick's, Good Winds Restaurant, Hurricane Moe's, Jolly Roger, Lost Colony Tavern. I mean, you going over into Manio now, you're going on back up the Duck with NC Coast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's all along.
These are all noteworthy restaurants that, I mean, Saltbox Cafe was one that just jumped out at me as well.
And if you've never been to some of these places, like I've not been to a lot of these places, but I always hear wonderful things.
Right.
So if you go on there and you go by event and see something that strikes your fancy, but you've never been to the venue before, try it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Try it. Check it out. You might find that, hey, I love this place. They've got some really good stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've only been to, I want to say Trio, like one time.
Okay.
And then I went in there to deliver cookies around Christmas time. But that place looks phenomenal. You know what I mean? It's
I don't know that I've ever
beautiful.
been in there.
It's very classy. And I really want to go back, if it's not just to do some wine tastings and taste some cheeses and stuff like that. I mean, and I'm not really that kind of person, but when I see some of this stuff and I see, wow, that looks really interesting, I want to broaden my horizons some. You know what I mean?
Right.
And get to know people.
Well, I haven't been to Trio, I don't think, ever.
Yeah.
And I'm curious about going in there myself. So, I mean, there's tickets available for different places
Absolutely.
like that. So,
Absolutely.
It gives, like Andrea was saying, it gives you the opportunity to experience and try different places. You never know. You might wind up finding a new favorite spot to hang out and grab something to eat, like the Jolly Roger.
There you go.
Which is where we're at right now. So obxtasteofthebeach.com, where you can find these tickets and where you can see the list of the restaurants, the categories, all that fun stuff by township. And please go check that out. Get your tickets, and they won't last.
Right.
They won't last.
There's probably going to be a big push in the next 2 weeks, because where people are going to come in, they're going to say, okay, let's do this. And the tickets are just going to go just like that.
They're going to disappear. So I would not waste too much more time getting these tickets. So we're at the Jolly Rogers, and I wanted Miss Andrea, what is your title? General Manager. General Manager of the Jolly Roger restaurant here on milepost 6 3/4 on the Beach Road. Talk to us a little bit about Jolly's. What's going on around here? You got that brand new addition over there, new bar, new stage. I mean, I saw something that looked like Channing Tatum on the door when I walked in. Don't know why that's there, but it was a bunch of dudes. I mean, you've got...
Yeah.
Here's one thing I got to tip my hat to Andrea right now before I let her dive into some of this stuff. The events and the amount of attention to detail that she puts into, and I mean, I'm sure it's a collective group of you all. Sure,
yes, yes.
That goes into the creativity of putting these events on and the types of events that y'all have. I mean, you guys got it figured out, in my opinion. So let's talk about the restaurant first, though, before we get to that part.
Okay.
Jolly Roger's been here how long? 40 some odd years?
40 some years, yep.
Okay.
Actually, I want to say it's 41. I think Carol Ann bought it in 84.
Okay.
And it's been Jolly's since 72, I believe.
Really? Okay. I was going to say, I know that I didn't know if she was one of the first owners or if she bought it from somebody else.
She bought it from somebody else.
Okay. Because originally, I believe it was like a gas station.
Yes.
Okay. And then some of the ones that are older in the community may remember that. I have to ask my dad. He
Dean's
would know.
Place, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get people in here. You'd be amazed. We get how many people we get in here. Number one, they either don't realize it used to be a gas station or they remember when it was a gas station.
See.
You know what I mean? So I love telling the story about Jolly's, and I probably can't tell it as good as Carol Ann can because she's got way more memories in here than I do. And a lot of it I just either read or she tells me, and you hear different things.
Yeah.
But the thing that I like to tell people is that yes, it was a gas station. The original building was built in 1937.
Holy smokes.
And we still have the original windows
Those are the original windows.
from when it was built.
Shut up.
Yes.
That shows that the quality of the products from back then that withstand the test of time.
It withstood the Ash Wednesday storm.
That's freaking wild,
Justin.
man.
That's what amazes me.
That's freaking
It
wild.
really does. It really does.
Man, that was back in the 60s.
That was
Holy
back in the
smokes.
60s. I actually had to look it up to see how bad it really was. You know what I mean? And then there's that Facebook page, something about the historic
Like
vintage
scrapbook,
pictures
vintage
and yes,
scrapbook,
something
yeah.
like that. And I've seen people talk about it and I've seen the pictures of devastation. And I'm like, Lord, the old Joe Ro's still standing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, this place has just gone through, Hurricane Irene and,
My
some
gosh.
of the other ones that I probably don't even know about.
Right.
Just hearing about how high the water level was in here and, just the fact that even in just the last, how long have I been here? Almost 8 years. And we've had some hurricanes or some flooding. We've not flooded in here.
See.
We've not flooded in here. And I'm glad because I don't want to have to clean that.
No, I don't want to clean it up. I don't blame you a bit there.
But yeah, Carol Ann, I want to say maybe in the early 90s, she did do the addition of the sunroom and the old bar area. So that was added on at one point. And now with this, I think she's done, the new bar might have been maybe her third renovation or add-on or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But she just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, woman, you're about to kill me. But, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of learning. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of stress. And sometimes I feel like if I didn't have the amount of stress that I have in my life, I probably wouldn't be happy. That sounds crazy. So you know how some people say they work better under pressure?
Yes.
Then, if I actually had a regular work schedule, like a 9 to 5 or whatever, I probably wouldn't know what to do with myself.
Right. No, I do.
I don't think I would know what to do with myself. I'd probably get bored.
I can kind of, in a way, relate with you right now
Yeah.
because I was griping to somebody earlier today about how crazy my week is. But if it wasn't crazy, I'd be trying to create crazy.
Trying to create crazy.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So,
I don't have young kids. I know you have young
Yes.
kids, so you've got sports and, all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. And then, your Dare County school stuff you got going
Yes.
on. I can't even imagine. I have a granddaughter, but she doesn't live here.
Right.
So, I get to see the pictures and the videos. But if I had children, I guess I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now.
Right.
Because it would be about them.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
my kids are grown, so I'm able to spend most of my time here. And this is my crazy.
So funny stories, like my parents, one of their first dates was to the Jolly Roger.
I love it.
And the way my dad likes to tell the story was my daddy lived in Currituck at the time. Mama was from Wanchese. And the way he tells it is they went to pay and he forgot his wallet at home.
Oh, snap.
And my mom was like, I'll pay for it. But he's like, no, you're not paying for this. And he told, I don't know if it was Carol Ann or who, I have no idea. But this is before Carol Ann owned it, obviously. But he told whomever at the hostess stand, listen, here's my driver's license. I got that. I'm going to leave this here with you. I'm going to go home to Currituck and idle it. I will be back with this money. And he did. And they were like really cool about not saying anybody else try that, but they were really cool about letting him do that. So that's one of the stories that my dad likes to tell about one of his first dates with my mom at Jolly Roger.
I love it. Well, I'll tell you, Jolly holds a place in my heart because when I first moved down here, I met the love of my life. Let's just say. And I moved down here. We dated for like a year and then I moved down here. And this was our Friday night date night spot.
Really?
The prime rib was $9.95.
Oh, yes. The prime rib special.
Jeff wanted to try it. I wanted to try it. Let's go. So every Friday night we would come in here, and we would sit at booth 16 in the Blue Room.
Okay.
And that was our booth.
That was your booth.
That was our booth. And I didn't work here because I had work from home at the time, but we would come in every Friday night. Sometimes twice a week we'd get something carry out or something like that. But we loved it. I loved the coziness of it, the quaintness of it. Everybody was so nice, treated us so good.
Right.
And unfortunately, he passed away. But so when I'm here, actually, when he passed away, everybody that worked here at the time came to my house, rallied around me,
and
just kind of took me under their wing and just showed me some love. And, so now when I walk past booth 16, I'm like, hey, I remember my date nights. It's just nice. Just to feel at home. You know what I mean? I immediately felt home here.
So
I mean, that's my story, but
well,
yeah.
So you said you've been managing here for what, 8 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we've expanded. We've got that new addition over there. A nice stage, nice setup, bar setup. I mean, you got that upstairs area. I mean, I saw something about pool table tournaments on Sundays. What do you got?
Poker on Mondays.
Poker on Mondays. Singo. Is that right? Singo.
We don't have music bingo. Yeah.
Music bingo. Yep. Now, music bingo. There's a gentleman that tends to do music bingo for y'all.
Oh, Big Precious, Matty P.
Precious, Matty P.
Yes.
Yes. And he seems to have his own kind of cult following in a way.
He does. And the thing I like about him with his music bingo, he will actually sing some of the songs.
That is very cool.
He will sing some of the songs. And it's just amazing to me.
He's born to entertain.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's Matty P. People know him as my OBX After Dark with your boy Matty P.
That's
guy.
right. That's
right.
right.
And of course, he's featured Jollies on his programming before.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And then Wednesday nights, you
Working Women's Wednesday with Lori Clark and Phil Watson.
So wait a minute, Working Women's Wednesday. So like no dudes can come in?
Absolutely.
What?
No, yes, they can.
They can.
It's Working Women's Wednesday,
Okay.
where men are always welcome.
That's well, then it's more. Working People's Wednesday.
Working People's. No. Yes, you could say that. You could say that.
No, Working Women's Wednesday. And
where men are always welcome.
And Lori, I know she does a bang-up job with it.
She does.
What I mean? She works
really
hard for
does.
that. And I know she puts a lot of energy into getting the vendors here and getting all the people stirred up. And I see her Facebook Lives.
Yes.
I see them. You know what I mean?
She's good.
So,
She's real good.
Is.
She's good to us. She does a lot for us.
But you also, like on the weekends, and, you'll have some different things. Like you've got this Magic Mike show coming up. You've had comedy nights.
Yep.
You've had some different entertainers here. Talk to us a little bit about some of the events that y'all been doing.
Well, we usually try to do bands on Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay.
We have a lot booked up through the end of the season. We're trying to work karaoke in there a little bit more because we are known for karaoke 7 nights a week.
That's right. I remember.
And
karaoke.
Now it's like 4 nights a week, 3 to 4 nights a week.
Right.
So we're trying to get that back to where maybe Saturday nights are going to be our karaoke nights. We just have, everything is booked. We've got a lot of entertainment, whether it be bands, DJs, the girls' night out, which that's on a Wednesday, and it'll be over by 10:30. So ladies, come on, get your tickets, go to Eventbrite, get your tickets and come check out our Magic Hunks.
So when is that again?
That's the 23rd of October.
23rd.
I mean, I'm sorry, 23rd of August.
23rd of
April
23rd. 23rd of April.
I'm all excited. I got to take this.
She's fanning herself over here, y'all.
Take my scarf off, y'all.
I need to add a video element to this podcast at some point. I'm going to set up a Facebook Live or something. I don't know what I'm going to do, but anyway, so that's coming up on April 23rd.
April 23rd, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So ladies, get your tickets at Eventbrite, correct?
Yes.
Very cool. Okay.
Yep. They can go to Jolly Roger's Facebook page and it'll send you, just click on it.
Click on it, send you right over.
Yep.
So very awesome. Very awesome.
Oh,
well, I mean, I'll tell you, it seems like you guys got a lot of great things happening here at Jolly Rogers. I encourage people, you're here on vacation, you need to stop in. I mean, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're not going to go wrong. Got a bang up breakfast. Let me just say that. The breakfast, and then you can get it till what, 2 in the afternoon?
Till 2 in the afternoon. I tell people all the time, you don't even have to get up early.
It's hard for me to get here early in the morning when I normally eat breakfast because of my schedule, but I have been known to come and have an omelet for lunch a time or two. So, I can't disagree. I mean, the breakfasts are phenomenal, completely phenomenal. I mean, you'll look at the menu and be like, oh, wow, okay, cool. I mean, and it's just a array of just different things. So You can have your Bloody Mary with them, or 2 or 5, whatever.
Yeah, right.
It's your choice.
And we don't judge.
No judgment passed.
We don't judge.
They do. Jolly Rogers does follow all ALE laws, and they enforce them strictly. So keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
Gotta say that. You know
Gotta
what I mean?
say it.
Yeah,
Gotta say it.
definitely. Don't want people thinking they can come in here and just slosh them out the door. It's not going to happen like that. Anyway, so Jolly Rogers, again, fantastic place. Anything else you want to throw in there about Jolly's? Go online, JollyRogerOBX.com, see the menu, see that they got the list of events up there.
We have a list of events. I try to publish them on Facebook and Instagram once a week, giving you the lineup for that week.
Yep.
So you can make your decision on what you want to do. Most of our nightlife that starts at 10 o'clock is 21 and over. So that at that point, you would have to leave the kids home. But up to about 9 o'clock, they're welcome to come play pool, video games, whatever, have dinner with y'all, whatever you want to do.
One thing also that's really cool is like it's in the Christmas season. Y'all participated in the 12 bars of Christmas.
Yes.
Now let me ask you this: will y'all, like, if somebody wanted to host a private event, could they do that? Is that something you can do?
Yes.
So they can get up with you and get those arrangements made.
Yes, they can.
Very cool. Very
Yes.
cool. Well, Miss Andrea, I don't know that we left any mental stone unturned. We started with Taste of the Beach, so I'm going to go back to that real quick. OBXTasteOfTheBeach.com.
Yes.
Get your tickets there. Look at the list of the events. You can look at the lists of categories for if you're interested in certain things. You can see the list of restaurants there as well that are participating. And of course, I know you work tirelessly, not only here in the restaurant, but as being president of the Restaurant Association. You're constantly, sometimes I'll text you, and it might be the next day before I get anything
Yes.
back. And I don't think
Unfortunately.
but I don't think anything of that because I know you're busy because I get the same way.
Yeah.
I got a text message right now from like 2 hours ago that I'm going to reply to here in just a few minutes, but it's just the nature of the beast. We're busy people, and we want to, our job, in a way, we're both in the hospitality business in a lot of ways. We are trying to make sure and ensure that anybody that listens to my podcast or comes to the Jolly Roger gets the best out of their experience with it all. Same thing with Taste of the Beach. You put a lot of energy into that. So, tip of the hat to you for all of that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, I guess we got that part underway. So again, Taste of the Beach, OBXTasteOfTheBeach.com. Get your tickets there, see all the events and all the different venues and categories. And while you're at it, swing by the Jolly Roger and grab yourself something to eat, whether it be breakfast, lunch, dinner, looking for nightlife, any sort of entertainment. Jolly's is a spot. I'll tell you a quick story before we wrap this thing up. I think it wasn't this past weekend. It was the weekend before. Some friends of mine were here, and they decided they wanted to call me or send me no, they didn't call me. They texted me because I don't have Snapchat or any of those other teeny bopper apps. Yeah. They send me just videos of themselves. They're like, "Where are you at? We're at Jolly Roger," and you can see a crowd of people, and they're like, "Hey, look," and showing me everybody was in that little group, and I'm like, "Y'all do this crap on purpose because I get up early and
right.
I'm asleep." I've always told them "Look, guys, if y'all need a ride and there's nobody else, call me. I'll come get you. I may not be happy about it, but I'll come get you."
Right.
But now they just mess with me at 1 a.m. They're like, "Justin, where are you, man? You're probably at home effing sleeping," and I'm like, but they wake me up, and sometimes I'll be like, "Leave me alone," and I text them back. But the fact that they're here is a testament, in my opinion. So,
yes, we do have a really good time.
Yes,
we have a really good time.
Absolutely,
I love it.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you a quick story about Matty P real quick.
I need a Matty P story.
I don't know if I ever told you this, and he's probably going to kill me. But anyway, so my famous word to people is "you're precious." You are precious.
Okay.
That can mean you're not precious or you are, but it's a term of endearment. Anyway.
Yes. Okay.
So I remember looking at Matt one day, and if y'all know Matt, he's pretty tall and, he's kind of a bigger guy. So he was bouncing one night, and I looked at him. He did something I don't remember, and I'm like, "You are so precious." He said, "Andrea, look, you're going to have to call me Big Precious." He said, "Because I'm a bouncer, And if you call for Precious to come kick somebody out, if you need to kick somebody out and I come running, they're going to be like, you call him Precious? I'm like, I know. So we started calling him Big Precious. And then, Notorious B.I.G.'s song comes out. I love it when you call me Big Precious.
Yeah,
so anyway,
Lord,
that's how that came about. So we love him. He's just so much fun.
I feel like you told me that story before, but I wanted to hear it again. That's a good story. Well, Andrea, thank you so much for giving me some of your time today.
Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it.
OBX Taste to the Beach coming up April 4th, 5th, and 6th. Get your tickets now, obxtastetothebeach.com. And, of course, come by the Jollies and hang out. And tell Andrea, hey, you see Andrea, you get a chance to find Andrea, tell her you heard all about it right here with me.
That's right.
Us.
That's right.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thanks, Justin.
So Nice Again, or SNA, is a full-service restoration company that offers a wide range of services to help you repair damages on your property caused by various elements. Whether you need to fix a section of your home or require cleanup for your business, our team has the experience to serve you. SNA specializes in water damage, fire, septic, mold, and more. Let SNA help you with your insurance claim as well. For more information, go online to SoNiceAgain.com. Make your home nice again with SNA. Yes, SNA Contractors. Whoops, let's turn that volume down. SNA.com, or excuse me, SoNiceAgain.com. My buddy Mike Denny would love to come and pay you a visit at your property to see what kind of work he can assist you with. And I'm telling you, my man knows what's going on. SoNiceAgain.com. All right, let's take a look at some events coming up. And all the events I'm going to mention, they can be found online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. Let me get to the website, OuterBanksThisWeek.com. Click on the events tab. Let's narrow down the field a little bit. We're going to go, and this is what's beautiful. When you get to this page, you can select the date range. So we're going to go from this coming weekend, the 21st, all the way through. Let's see what's going on through April 12th. Let's just plug that in. All right. Hey, Sandy Banks. What is this? Bonzer Shack, Friday, March 21st, 11:30 to 9. What is this exactly? Sandy Banks Pop-Up Irish Pub. And this is going to be going on through the 30th, so keep that in mind at Bonzer Shack. Irish Pub-inspired food and drinks. They're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, though. That's one thing to note, but they're also open. Like I said, this is their new theme for the month over at Bonzer Shack. It's the 12th through the 30th. So also they're celebrating, let me side note here, the month of St. Patrick is happening at Lost Colony Tavern in downtown Manny. I was talking to Gino about it the other day, and he is he's geared up, ready for you to come and hang out with them. So they're celebrating the month of St. Patrick this entire month as well. Looking down the line a little bit, live music with Phil Watson at Buffalo City Distillery this Friday, the 21st, from 6 until 9. That's over in Point Harbor. What is it? He has it out in front. Milepost -4.5. Thought that was kind of cute. Soundside Spring Markets in Nags are getting fired up from noon until 4. This looks like it's on Saturday, March 22nd. That's going to be a lot of fun. Who's this? Saunders, Kelly, and the others? Is that right? And the other guy, Saunders, Kelly, and the other guy. They're going to be playing at New Vines this coming Saturday evening from 6:30 to 9:30. They got a bunch of shows coming. It looks like they're doing it on another show down there in April as well at New Vine. So there's something to do this coming weekend in downtown Manio. See what's going on Sunday. I see live music over at, wait a minute. It took me back to Friday for some reason. Let's go to Sunday. Here we go. I see the Hunger Games is going to be playing at the Pioneer Theater. Some more live music over at Buffalo City Distillery in Powell's Point. McGrath's has got their open mic night coming up on Monday, March 24th from 6 until 9. Let's see. Anything? Wednesday, we've got trivia with me at McGrath's Burger Shack. That starts at 6 o'clock. I hope you'll come hang out with me. We've been having some nice-sized crowds here lately, too, and it's been a lot of fun. I enjoy the heck out of doing McGrath's Burger Shack trivia nights. Those are some fun times. If you get a chance to come over and hang out with me, please do so, because if you let me know that you heard about it on the podcast, might be a little something extra in it for you. So keep that in mind. Let's see. They're also doing trivia at Buffalo City Distillery in Point Harbor. That's going on Wednesday nights as well. So if you're in Currituck up that way, you want to run up there, go ahead and hang out at Buffalo City. If not, come hang out with me at trivia night at McGrath's Burger Shack. Shipwrecks. They got some stuff going on, some live music next Thursday night, the 27th. Let's see. Fast forward into Friday. The following Friday night flights at Fire Tender in Manio. They do these flight takeover whatevers. I don't know exactly what it is. They got flights of beer, so that's something to consider from 5 until 9 in Manio, right there at Fire Tender. Some more live music going on at Buffalo City Distillery. New Vines has got some live music. A Robin Daniels Holt book signing? Wait a minute. I know her. This is going on at the Chickamaucomico Life Saving Station in Rodanthe, Saturday, March 29th from 1 until 2:30. What is this? I didn't know she wrote a book. This is My Daily Bounded Realm, a journal of daily life in the Outer Banks. Oh my gosh. This is super cool. And I love Miss Robin. Love me some Miss Robin. This is fantastic. Saturday, March 29th, 1 to 2:30 at the Chickamaucomico Life Saving Station in Rodanthe. I may have to make a trip down for that. That is really, really cool. Bluegrass Island has got their winter spring concert coming up on Saturday, March 29th, starting at 7 o'clock. And let's see. Oh, a seafood bisque cook-off at Buffalo City Distillery. That's going to be going on Sunday, March 30th, starting at 2. Fast forward to some more bingo nights, some more live music. The Town of Duck has some different things going on. A dinner in the dark. That's on April Fool's Day. NC Coast. I wonder if that's a joke. Maybe it's not. No, I don't think it is. West Up, he pulls out all the stops right there at NC Coast and Duck. So that's something to keep in mind for something you can do on Tuesday, April 1st, starting at 6. Looking down the line a little bit further, there's definitely some more events going on at Elizabethan Gardens. There's stuff with the Children and Youth Partnership. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of it all. Go online to OuterBanksThisWeek.com, click on the events tab, and the lists, oh my gosh, Taste of the Beach stuff coming up. We already talked about that with Miss Andrea. Love her. Didn't she do a fantastic job? Didn't she do a great job? Wonderful person. Again, all of the events that you can find can be found online at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. All right, that's going to wrap things up for us, I'm pretty sure. I want to thank Miss Andrea from the Jolly Roger for being on the podcast with me and talking about Taste of the Beach. And I'll tell you, I enjoy going over to the Jolly Roger. They've got a great breakfast. Let me tell you something. Their breakfast, out of this world. Out of this world. They got a wonderful breakfast, and I believe they serve it till like 2 in the afternoon. Or something. I mean, I always go for my classic omelet with the real sliced potatoes and onions. Throw a little bit of Texas Pete on there. Son, I haven't even had, I'm hungry now. Like, I am really hungry. I think I might get that tomorrow. I might just make a special trip to the Jolly Roger and get that. I mean, they got a fantastic breakfast, one of the best on the beach. If you are in the mood for breakfast or anything, I mean, they got breakfast, lunch, dinner, nightlife, things going on at Jolly Roger year round. So check them out, please. Wonderful place. So I appreciate Miss Andrea being on. Next week, I don't know exactly what I got lined up next week just yet. I'm playing it week by week right now, y'all. My life is just going crazy. So it's hard for me to really tease what's going to be happening next week. However, I'll have something. I'll have something ready to go between now and then. So just, it's kind of a mystery. So stick around and listen. Hey, the Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode 107, all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio. If it has doors, it can be yours. And online at kellysobxauto.com. And all powered by Outer Banks Pest Control. If you got those pesky varmints in your life, go online, OuterBanks-PestControl.com. Talk to Amanda, talk to Jesse, talk to one of the girls there behind the counter, and they will send somebody there to eradicate said pest. All right, I'm out of here. I'll be back next week. What are we going to be talking about? Heck if I know. I don't know yet. But when I do get back next week, it's guaranteed to be something fun. So I'll be back then. I'll see y'all then. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
This has been another radical edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and listen every Thursday for a new episode.